Yeah. I didn't even get it.
You can't have like liquor. You're just serving beer, which is one in Portsmouth that is split in two halves. Very important sort of thing. I mean, I guess it's really easy. Yeah. Went there, cab driver with us. He came in and drank several shots at the bar for however long we were there, and he proceeded to offer a ride back. Nope, we're with him. We couldn't get anyone else out there. But Tuesday night. He's very good at teaching that class. That aerobics. Brandon's really supportive of what we're doing up here. I appreciate that. He's giving us the thumbs up, all sorts of things. You know, I can't do that. And then.
Are we live?
I don't know.
Are we really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Nah.
No, we're not. He's just messing with us, don't worry.
I don't believe you.
He wants to wait for those brownies to be ready. Oh, nice. Well, you can keep that going.
No, yeah, I guess I can.
Then I could just talk the whole time. Yeah.
Are we really live?
Yes, we are.
I still don't believe it.
You've been live for 2 minutes and change.
Welcome to 3 Up, 3 Down, the official podcast of the Waukee Via Peninsula League.
Yes, we are. Gang signs.
What's that? We're also the official podcast of the Waukee Mid-Atlantic Regional Tournament.
Woo!
Today.
Oh, brownies are ready. See you later, guys. Go on, Brent. You got it, baby.
See ya.
See ya.
Yeah, my George is pulling some brownies out of the oven. We're listening to some Steve Winwood.
I made them with 1 egg, so they're fudgy, not cake.
It's a good little tip there. So, this is just off the rails. Pretty good band. So.
Woo!
Call me, call me.
Guess what, Brent? I'm the same boy I used to be. We're going to talk about kickball and the tournament. Let's blaze through this boring-ass peninsula.
Whoa.
Season
Wait,
crap.
what? Hey.
Let's start talking tourney time, baby.
Come on now. All right, let's talk about what we're talking about week 6.
Yeah.
In the grassy knoll of Lindsay Middle School, my alma mater, brought back memories of a time when I got made fun of and beat up all the time.
I believe it.
And then later on that night at Lindsay Middle School, I got
Laid?
No, beat up
Oh.
by kick-ass.
So you didn't get laid and you got beat up. So that's
No.
pretty standard.
I did not
Standard day at Lindsay Middle School for you.
Yeah, amazingly enough, I never got to do sex when I was in middle school.
I did on the reg.
Oh, dude.
I was cleaning up with my one friend. We were together at a mathematics club, playing Star Wars RPGs during lunch. Yeah, a lot of action for this guy. And I didn't have a beard. Well, I need to check pictures. Maybe I did have a beard then.
In middle school?
Yeah,
Impressive.
thank you. I did teach some middle schoolers that had beards. That was not impressive, but frightening. Yeah, we were at Lindsay Middle School. The grass was long.
Yes.
The bugs were out. It was chilly too.
It was Decades Night.
It was Decades Night.
Some people dressed up in their themes.
See, the first team we have to cover did dress up in a theme I always appreciate on Decades Days.
Yeah.
Five Toe Death Kick had their doo-wop 50s apparel on.
Like a bunch of greasers out
Yeah.
there. And they were greasing their way around the bases against the Fireball. They're coming away with a 7-3 win.
You are supreme. The chicks scream. The Grease Lightning. Being in the musical theater really helped. I did perform the Disney review. I was the bear in the Bare Necessity. Simple bear. Yes, I was. Simple bear necessity. We got the dance and everything. Me and this other ginormous kid who were way too big to be like 7th graders had to do it.
Hey, fat kid, you're blue.
We had to perform at the Peanut Fest, which is a really traumatic moment in my life. Like, there's nothing worse than, okay, you got to do this because you don't have enough talent to be in the band. But then they got to trot you out in front of literally the entire city because it's Peanut Fest. When you're from Suffolk, everyone comes to Peanut Fest. And they ain't coming to see you do the Disney review until they see that your big goofy ass is doing the Disney review. And then they're watching. Yeah, Five Toe Death Kick. Impressive win. I expected this from them. Good to see the Fireballs score some runs again. But yeah, Five Toe, those will be here.
Hey, 5-2, I saw a little bit of this game. I was hanging out for a bit. And, what really impressed me is like, I think I said it last week or maybe the week before, but, I had 5-2 ranked as the 15th team going into the season. And I woefully underranked them because they're good. They were painting some lines, man. I know the short grass helped, but
Couldn't tell if you were painting lines out there.
yeah, but they were putting some bunts
That was like when Notre
straight
Dame
into
tried
the
to
box.
grow that jungle to beat USC.
It was I was very impressed with the 5-2 offense. They were just clicking, they were executing. Brad's done a really good job of finding out what works and getting people into good spots. The lineup made sense. I think I was very impressed with 5-2. Fireballs, they just it's not that they played poorly because they really didn't. It's just that Fireballs was just executing their offense, and Fireballs played well enough. They just couldn't stop them. But one thing is good is that Fireballs was having trouble scoring runs up until last week, and now they seem to be scoring some runs. At least they got 3 in this game. So, there's some silver linings, man. They're building on some things.
And this win brings Five Toe to the top half of the standings with a 3-3-1 record.
Their team on the rise. Right.
That's what it sounds like when you rise up.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the next game over on Field 2, which was not tall grass. That was the baseball infield or softball infield. So they're playing on clay. We had Eat My Short Kick with a 5-0 victory over Pitching Bez. Kind of an interesting game because I know that both teams, I don't know if it's the location change at 6:30 or what, but both teams were waiting on players to show up. So it was a late starting game. However, I looked over and it was still over 15 minutes before 7. It was 7:15 and they were done. So it was a very quick game. It looks like Eat My Short Kick took care of business. Dewey Wilson reported in on the shout-out thread that himself and Amelia McCudden had home runs in this game.
What's the protocol? Well, you're the wrong guy to ask about reporting on yourself in the shout out thread, but I know what you say, so never mind. You are your own shout out thread. Your life is just shout outs to yourself.
Hey man, someone's got to do it. So, yeah, that's it. Hey, Dewey, not props. I like it, thank you. Play on, player. You don't get a home run every Wednesday. You gotta let people know about it. No one else can use my short kick as a post anyway.
Okay, I could. I'm not hating on him here.
Hey,
That's not etiquette. Because yeah, I mean, you can talk about it.
he did.
Still talk about that home run. Well, bro.
Well, what I'll say is that Dewey did it in a good way, and then he said myself and the teammate have home runs. So sharing a little bit of recognition for someone else. I wanted more details about that. How did this girl kick that home run?
Yeah,
I should have followed up with a question.
you probably should have.
I've been busy there.
That is your job. That's what you're paid to do, except you're actually paid to do it.
Yes, I'm paid to be a journalist.
Yes.
Let's talk about the next game. Foul balls, 5. Smoking bunts, Bo.
Wade Brock and the other foul balls came up to me fired up after this game. I guess I said Smoking Bunts would win, which, they come up and they're like, yeah, who'd you say was going to win? I'm like, if I remember, man, that was Monday night.
I forgot 2 seconds after.
Actually, that was Tuesday night.
Yeah.
That was a good 20 hours ago. But I'm always happy to see the foul balls win
Yeah.
in dramatic fashion.
And this was dramatic. I know that Smoking Bunts, their only runs that they scored were all on one kick, which was a grand slam by Seattle Jesus himself, Casey Heck. Foul balls look like their offense is clicking. They put 5 runs up there. And why don't you talk about the drama? You said it ended in dramatic fashion.
I just imagine like the West Coast had their own Jesus. Jesus.
Just Seattle, the city.
All right, my brothers. Everybody, it would basically be Seattle Jesus. What am I like? No more thought needs to go into it. It is KCF.
Oh my joint! Watch this. See ya. Grand slam.
But yeah, for Casey, dude's been turning it on this season. He was a revelation when he first came into the league, and then maybe I don't want to say forgotten about, but I've watched him this year. He's upped his game, and that grand salami is proof of that. And I don't have the thread that people are talking about, but it did in dramatic fashion. Like there were 2 outs, and something happened. So why don't you tell us? Quit holding out on me.
Hey, I was setting you up. I wanted you to talk about it. You mentioned it.
I've been busy too, Brent.
So
I've had things going on.
Todd Goulart in the outfield, with 1 out. He caught a deep fly ball, caught it in stride. As Victoria Davis said, he caught the shit out of that ball. He did a little crow hop, threw it straight on a rope into the catcher, Mike Reagan, who was able to tag
Raging Reagan.
the runner who was coming from.
It's Al Bundy dancing. Don't worry about it. Keep going, man. You got it.
He was able to tag out the runner for the double play at the end of the game. So pretty crazy tying run being just 60 feet away with a good sacrifice fly ball. It's going to get that job done 9 times out of 10. Well, this is the 10th time. Todd Goulart said, no, not my house. So, that's what happened.
Nice. Double played in the game. I like that. Maybe more than a walk-off. The dramatic defensive effort.
It's exciting.
Slam the door shut.
That's right.
So thanks, Victoria, for taking the word. He said Todd Goulart comes in like a train. Like a train. The Raging Reagan said he didn't have to move. He just threw it right to him.
It's on the road.
Todd Goulart. man.
Talk about the next game.
Bizarro and Rumspringa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brandon.
God, I hate when you do that.
Brendan.
This was a 4-1 victory for Bizarro, which the offense had, the Bizarro offense was slow out of the gate. They weren't scoring a lot of runs, but you could see them starting to heat up here. And I think it all starts with two individuals, Jeremy Edge and Kyle Lewis. And these are guys who, uncharacteristically so, were slumping a little bit to start out the season. Like I watched them, and they didn't look like the guys traditionally receive. The last couple of weeks, man, these are some perfect bunting motherfuckers. They just put it right down third base, and they really just both times they were up, they just put the pressure on the Rumspringa defense. Even a great charger like Ricky Holmes, just really didn't do anything. He was right on the line, and didn't stride.
And when they scored those 3 runs, it was the top of the first inning. They were bunts that just, you mentioned Ricky, but didn't even make a play on, as I recall. At least 3 of them just died on the line, 3/4 of the way to third, and sat there. Like, I was humping third in the first inning, looking at it, just like the ball's just literally rolling right where I imagined the line was.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do about that? Rumspringa was unable to get out to the top of the lineup there. They shut down after that, held them 1. Rumspringa scored their own in the bottom of the first. And I don't know who did. I think Rick just put around and scored.
Maybe. I thought Rick was out when his first at
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Let's go with David Lopez because he's a fan of the show.
Yeah, no. We'll go with that. I think it might have been Lopez. I knew that the play of the game for me was when Jeff was playing first base and there was a ball kicked to right field. Molly was caught it and then relayed it to Jeff Morhart. And Merritt tried to tag up for some reason. I say left field, I meant right field. Dave Merritt tried to tag up from first to go to second, and Jeff just whipped around and just blasted him. It was like from 5 feet away, and Merritt just balls like he got shot.
And then he punches the ground.
Oh man,
The rivalry continues with them, man. It's long going.
Merritt's got destroyed, and I was wrestling, and I was like trying not to laugh. You gotta stay professional when you're wrestling the old kickball game. And if I wasn't like, come on, Jeff, it's your friend.
And
We're trying to kill him.
since you did mention Molly Lewis, I know it's outside the purview of this show, so you'll get upset, but I don't care what you think. She had a grand slam on Saturday in that other tournament in Virginia Beach. That's all. She was balling out. So
It's like Green Bay
while you're
bullshit.
while you're giving props to Kyle, don't forget the sweeter half of the Lewis pie.
Hey, Molly's awesome.
Oh, it's okay. You've made your bed. Lay in it.
Back in 2011, Molly helped the Emperor's Club on those trophies. Yeah, she has a special place in my heart. All my teammates who helped me have a special place in my heart.
Randy?
Uh,
I don't know.
Yeah. That's why Randy, it hurts so much to see him.
All right, and next game was the Itch versus Don't Come on My Base, and I was peeping some of this when it started. What? And it looked rough for Decombe in this one. I saw, some throws at runners being missed or from second and third, balls flying. They did not look like the team we had seen in the previous couple weeks. They did not look like the team who upset JFK last week. They did not look like the team we played a couple weeks ago. I think they were missing some of their key contributors.
Flores was there. And that was the thing that you talked about Tuesday night when we said, playing on that clay field. Mark Flores was being pretty overpowering for the Itch. I thought it was an even pitching matchup. But then Mark Flores was out of town or something. So
Then you put
the skills got
Nick Schmidt on the mound, and it's Dinner time, baby.
Feed me more. Feed me more. Wake up.
What's up? What's up?
All right. I mean, I don't have anything to say about that.
Good. I didn't want to hear you say anything about that game.
We had Kilps taking on hot dogs and tacos. This was a close game from what I understand through most of it. Until late in the game, those Kilps, the top of the lineup came back around and they did some work. Alex Knocker with a 2-run home run with 2 outs. And then Tyler TJ Bowman, friend of the podcast, with some aggressive base running, surviving a collision late to get that scrappy insurance run.
And for the ladies, not driven Diane Griffin,
Yeah.
who I saw that evening had an adorable little dog. We gotta cover the social aspect of the game here.
Yeah.
Speaking of the social aspect, everyone got to see No Shoes Testicles.
Oh,
He was wearing a Speedo.
what decade is that from? That doesn't even make sense.
I support it
My favorite was
100%.
him wearing the Speedos, his shirt cut all the way in the middle so you could see his nipples, and then the fucking man to match hobo jacket. It was like, what is going on with this dude? Yeah, each their own.
I love it. I love it.
He's a character. That's our No Shoes.
He's ours, all right. I claim him.
I did like the Kilps that some good 80s year.
Did they?
Some of them did. Like Dory, he was dressed up with an Iron Maiden shirt and a bandana. It was pretty good. I liked it.
I do like this meme from Erica of we were all invited to Brian's No Pants party.
That's good.
Oh, you threw on some aviators? You could be doing this Top Gun kind of thing. Yeah. Although George would have been more perfect if he was in Top Gun and just go shirtless.
I think I tweeted a picture of No Shoes on Friday morning. So it's casual Friday. It's so good.
It's like one of those things that I can't stop looking at it.
You don't skip too many leg days. Your quads are looking good.
Mm-hmm. And how?
Ladies were all hating on that shit.
Yeah.
Don't hate, man. You work hard in the
Dude's
gym.
44 years old too, and he looks good. Like shit. Respect. Let's do.
My man, no shoes.
Yeah.
All right. We stalled long enough. Kick-ass cardiac arrest.
From the opening pitch, Kick-Ass was in control.
Yeah, it started out with a little miscommunication between our catcher Charger bumping into each other, and then he gets on. Not that he wouldn't get on even if it wasn't. Trey might have to play on him, but he was tough. But from there, it was tough times, man. Tough times. It's probably the last time Phil's going to ask me to substitute coach. We got to beat down.
That was the first. I'm going to do my own shout out for it, but to exemplify the dominance of the Kick-Ass defense, kicking in 7th, I was the first person to get on this game prior to you. So there.
3 up, 3 down.
Got to the 3rd inning.
That's right. But speaking of Phil, I'm going to give him a shout out.
Okay.
I hope this didn't ruin his honeymoon when he got the news of our embarrassing defeat against a Kick-Ass. Yes, I said honeymoon because we went on a cruise and we got married.
Married?
But
On a boat?
because it didn't happen in America, it doesn't count
Mm-hmm.
that. They get married on a boat.
Read the rule book, man. Although, since you didn't get married in America, he does now own Ashley.
Yes.
He is his rightful property.
That's right. Well, that's when he's doing the thing. He's good. about that. I like it.
You've already made them.
Yeah, it's, I don't want to make any jokes about that in public.
Oh, okay. Well, you made them on social media.
When? Oh, on Kim's. Yeah.
Must I?
Is that it? I guess
I hope you were. I really do.
So, yeah, Phil, congratulations, man. Happy for you.
Yeah.
Sorry we let you down.
I'm not. That's what you get for leaving your team high and dry. It's just like, there's a rule in SEC country where I didn't go to an SEC school but in the area. You don't get married on a Saturday in the fall. Like, you also don't get married apparently anytime during the week, all year round, except basically December or August, because you're interfering with kickball. So
like
your wedding's planned around kickball.
That's right. 2 weeks in August.
Plenty of time.
You can get married July 4th weekend. And
My wedding will not interrupt any kickball, or it will happen in and around kickball. Maybe adding. Ooh, man, do you think anyone would have the balls to beat me if I got married the morning of the tournament?
I think everyone would just be happy for you.
Yeah, and they would want.
My wedding is CCC championship.
Yeah.
a lot of people won't be there. Nah, that happens.
Those people are dicks, Brandon.
True.
Dicks. Pronounced dicks.
DEEKO?
Pronounce how Kenny Power's sidekick would pronounce it. Dicks.
Dicks.
What about all them dicks?
So you notice there are two teams we did not talk about. We didn't talk about just the kicks. We didn't talk about. Let me be serious for a second. Time limits, people. We've got to get back to enforcing it. So normally, as written in the rules, which I sent out at the beginning of the year in a packet that I spent a lot of time on, no new inning should start at 20 after the hour. So if it's a 6:30 game, you get to 7:20, and you're in the fourth inning, that's the last inning. You don't start that fifth inning after that. Because we got to respect each other in our time. We got 300 people in this league.
300.
So when your game goes long,
Wow.
it means that everyone else is backed up and you're all in. Now sometimes it happens. That happens at War Memorial Stadium. Not the worst thing in the world. We just kind of, we live with it. We try to do better. Well, we didn't have that luxury at Lindsay Middle School. And it's my fault for not reminding everyone. We had a hard stop at 9:30. So the 6:30 game and the 7:30 game on field 3 went long. Just the kicks. And kick pitchers get money. They didn't start their game until after 9 o'clock. And unfortunately, they got through 3 innings, enough for an official game. But then the Parks and Rec lady came and she said, "Get the fuck off this field. I'm not getting paid overtime." She shut the lights out on us. So I felt bad about it because KPGM, they felt like they were robbed of a shot. They were losing by a couple runs at the time. They're playing well. So,
Done with your commissioner. Because if the game's starting after 9 o'clock, that's bullshit, man. If you were umpiring one of those first 2 games, I know I alternate between the jolliest and grumpiest umpire in the world, and people give me shit because I'm yelling about time and stuff. But there's a reason for it, because you're being dicks to other people.
Yeah.
It sucks. You're taking away their time when they could be playing. Everyone paid the same. And I'm not talking about cutting games short just because it's not a power trip thing. Yes, it sucks for everyone else. So I understand shit happens. You start a little bit late or whatever. Innings run long. It happens. But 30 minutes late between 2 games, that's freaking ridiculous.
Yeah, there's things that just.
PBJ, man.
I mean, stuff that's excessive warming up in between innings, and just not hustling in and out. not knowing what your kicking lineup is. So it's like, who's up, who's up? You know, those are all things that can be avoided, cut down on. Huddles in between innings, like, you're not good somebody. We need to save these guys to play better football. Just go out there and play. So
Delivered at the DC kickball open.
those only happen every once in a blue moon, and even those happen before. So, just be ready to play, man. Respect each other's time, and we want to see this. So the good news is that we have one other week where I had an open slot, but we didn't have a doubleheader scheduled. So I went ahead and I was thinking about it. They played enough an official game, but I just didn't. It didn't sit well with me. So I went ahead and scheduled JFK, which is Rick Money, 1 week from tomorrow, May 27th, at Briarfield Park in Hampton. They'll get to play a full 5, unless, game 4 doesn't be as long. They'll be cut off, because we got to respect the time limits now. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the two great teams get a true decision. I am in that one kickball day.
Upgraded. Oh, okay.
I guess there are guys in kickball.
So, man.
Yeah.
All right. Let's just shout out the game next week.
Shout out.
Yeah, I want a 3-word reaction from you and me on each of these. Rumspringer, just for kicks.
Blowout time. JFK.
Not third win. All right, the itch, cardiac arrest.
Blowout.
1 word.
Okay. Cardiac arrest itch.
Yes.
Ooh, great match.
Smell my crotch.
What happened the first time these guys?
You heard me,
Was it
Brandon.
0-0 tie? Was this one the 0-0 ties? Cardiac and it.
You're on cardiac, so those guys would be us guys.
I thought we were talking about. Man, I thought that was. I'm sorry. Hey, cardiac and it. We played the itch.
Bizarro versus kick pitches, get money.
2-2 tie.
Yeah. It'd be easy on Dez. They're right.
Oh, jeez.
All right, I'll give you the extra word. on that one.
Okay, please. Hey, easy on Peaches.
Don't look at me.
I'm looking
But whatever.
Quiet, Big Jeff. 5-toe death kick versus chaotic kills. Challenge accepted. 2 words. I didn't do it.
at the extra there.
Yes, you can have it. You got 4 now.
I can't say that.
All right.
It should be a good game.
Yeah, Benny.
Kick ass versus don't come on my base. Have girls? Okay,
Flores be there? That's one.
that's fine. You haven't followed my rule at all. Smoking bunts versus
Flores
the
pitch game?
go. Drums?
Dez score runs. What's a Dez?
Smoke if got. All right, eat my short kick versus foul balls. Statement win. EMSK.
I was gonna say, on which side? Go either way.
Then fireballs versus hot dogs and tacos. Warm up buns.
I like that.
Oh, there's another game after that too.
Yeah, Yeah, we're back at the stadium this week.
Back under the bright lights. Pitching Dez versus Don't Come on My Base.
UNC colors. Navy blue versus Carolina.
I feel blue. Or as Tobias Blue would say, I just blew myself. Word choice. Oh, since we're still on Wednesday, we're talking about the party situation.
Yeah.
After I was getting nice and used to those $4 quesadillas.
Craziness. So, for those who may not have heard, we got some news. Really, it's kind of a bummer. It's really a bummer, actually. Our sponsor, Lucky's, they're out of business. And I guess they found out Sunday afternoon that they were closing their doors. I guess they're going to renovate, reopen, and probably some other brand or something like that. But yeah, it kind of came as a shock to me. So we had a lot of good times at the Lucky's over the last 5 years. They've been a great sponsor for us. And certainly a lot of cool memories. So it was really, really rough to hear that. And I cried myself to sleep. It's like I've never cried in my life. I'm not about to start now, but if I could cry, I might have. So that leaves us at a spot now where we're like, where do we go after our games on Wednesday? And to give you the answer right now, I don't know. We're trying to figure that out. I expect that by Wednesday I'll know what we're going to be doing. But yeah, making some calls, trying to figure some things out. We'll find a spot that will take care of us. Yeah, and then next season we'll figure that out as we go through.
Per Alex Nocter's request. Luckies, Luckies, we hardly knew ye. You served me quesadillas, and back when I drank excessively, you were there for me. And then when I asked for a Coke, you asked me how much Jim Beam I need. I needed none, and you brought me a regular Coke, unlike those bastards at Finn McCool's, who I asked for a water, they brought me a vodka. It was not funny. It was not a passing surprise. It was terrible, but we'll miss you, Luckies. Alex Nocter and I danced together at the bar last Wednesday night, and that's the memory. Oh, the memory I will take with me from Lucky's was the 3 women I impregnated on the back deck.
We don't have
Yeah, so make a request, and I will follow through on it.
What's your favorite memory from Lucky's?
Oh, man. So Brent Overshaw earlier asked that the audio needs to be turned up, so he's probably wanting it turned back down again at this point. My favorite Lucky's memory. I love prom night. Marilee brought this up recently, so there's this
Prom night was good.
yeah, where she said that the bouncers asked them if I was harassing them because of the way my dance moves were like, and she posted that picture. Like, I've just got the free throw followers. They're like winking at the camera. God knows how I knew someone was taking a picture. That's up there.
Yeah, that was a good party.
That's the first time I was introduced to Waka. I came to Lucky's. I always said it's a place I would never step foot in otherwise. But I was invited like to the end of season party the season before I actually came out and played. So I came up there and I was like, these people seem really excited about life. I'll give this a try. That's my first memory of Lucky's and also a fond one. I mean, the 3 chicks I knocked up, clearly, You know, had to marry 2 of them, but got through that. Back on the prowl again. Shoot, man. Oh, I after last year's Mid Atlantic, where I would come up to every member of the Hammerheads and standing on chairs and chanting 1-0 at them. That's another fond memory for them. For them, yeah. For me.
You kept doing it to me. And I was like, I wouldn't even play.
Well, I wasn't playing either, but that didn't stop me from taking credit for it. My situation teammates were out there taking care of business.
I think so many good memories. Yeah, recently, last year, we had some pretty cool stuff done, like T-shirt swap. Your face in the background is the worst picture ever. That was a great night. And there was this one time. This was when the bar buzz was brand new, and it was just it wasn't like a real championship belt like we have now. Like it was a $20 children's WWE plastic toy belt, and, but it was pretty wild. And the joke was the Emperor's Club. I think the last season of the Emperor's Club.
They were a joke.
And we actually went out to the bar with this specific goal of winning the belt, or barbell belt. And the joke was, so we partied like it was a Saturday. Like me and George and Keith Bass and we like closed down Lucky's and then we went to IHOP and all that. But I was so hungover the next day. I took off work. But the joke was that I needed to win the barbell belt because I couldn't keep my pants up. So I kept like dropping my shorts, and it was so stupid. So just being lucky with my shorts around my ankles and compression shorts. I actually came on my time hop not too long ago. So this one would be good for the podcast.
Geez.
That was a fun night.
I liked the Halloweens when I was on Battlestar and we did the WWE wrestlers.
Yeah, the wrestling one was really cool.
Yeah, like we have a good photo of like George and I. We were the Road Warriors, and I bought little kids shoulder pads and put styrofoam spikes on them. We had a good time, and the big highlight of mine was when Battlestar won the Bar Buzz belt.
Oh, Daddy's grabbing your ass. Oh,
Yeah.
Keith.
Yeah, I got that big show handlebar mustache.
Who did you?
That's my buddy Roger. That's in Sesame Street. So,
I just drew on myself.
How far down your timeline is it, Brent?
You're the weirdest fucking guy. I love it.
what? The pictures of me.
Yeah, the one you're talking
At
about.
least 4 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah, but I think this was from last year. It came up on that time. It was from 2011.
I was talking about on your profile because I was gonna put it on mine.
That's not the only
Hold on. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
I don't know if I want
No, we need that out there.
It's gotta be out there. I'll send you the other one.
I wish you could also get. Oh, I'm glad it just popped up on my computer too, and my phone rang with it. Picture of me doing the face on shirt swap.
Just give me a couple seconds, please.
Dude, good. Oh. It's going through my phone. I got so many dumb pictures. Oh, man.
All right, she's on screen right now.
Oh, good. Let's break this thing down.
So that's why they call you the Big
Choose
Show.
5Bs here. Yeah. There's looks like one of the Rock sisters. We got his butt. Keith the no longer. Yeah.
Good old chickens.
Just enjoying it. Well, I mean, he's on Keith's side, so that makes sense.
That was when the Rock Sisters were on Battlestar. Battlestar was wearing gray.
Yeah.
Year before I joined.
On my screen, I think there's dirt on it. It looks like you have buck feet. Okay, there you go. You know. Your hair, man.
It's just shit. It's really long.
Yeah, but that shoe's all right.
George, you ever seen the movie Over the Top with Bull Hurley? That's who he reminds me of.
Ah, man, so many good times at Lucky. So it was, I raised my spike 0 to you. We'll,
Spend the time.
yeah, we'll have an update soon. I say we'll work on it tomorrow. We're trying to figure out where we're going.
Oh, there was one of the first. All right, here's my final Lucky's memory. Matt Wellbrock. First time I ever spoke words to him, I was like, "This son of a bitch! What an obnoxious asshole!" And then best buds. But yeah, he said something.
I will say too, like the early after midnight photos were just mind blowing of how many people stuck around on a freaking Wednesday night.
Oh yeah.
Oh, here's me with a terrible haircut, and I'm backing my jorts ass up to one of the Travis sisters. Yeah, because they had those 5 o'clocker shorts, and so I'm just like bumping and grinding up, and then it's like some DJ. All right, you ready to move on? I guess.
Oh, I'm not ready to move on, man. That's why.
Find another bar.
That's why I didn't make any calls today, man. Because I just wasn't ready to move on and believe it was true. Yes.
Wellbrock wants to know when will his suspension be lifted and he can return to on there.
When you give us,
He could have come tonight. Is he back in town?
I don't think he's back in the country.
Never mind. I only could have Googled him.
That's true.
Yeah, let's all Google Matt Wellbrock right now.
Send him a hangout. Yeah, we can go on. Let's talk about this tournament, I guess.
All right.
More to come on the bar situation. We'll find a new spot. It's kind of exciting. We've had the same sponsor for 5 years because they've always taken great care of us. But, you know, we got a great group. We'll find it. Let's talk.
Let's talk about this tournament you've already fixed.
I fixed the Mid-Atlantic Regional Tournament.
The Mid-Atlantic Regional Tournament.
$2,000 to the winner. And this big novelty check.
Yeah, that's probably the most exciting part. You're the best. Man,
Yeah, it is.
you really went all out on this thing.
Yeah, man. This ain't some second-rate operation we got going on here.
I really want to win one of these just so I can try and cash it one day. I want to go to the drive-thru.
Just Happy Gilmore style.
Yeah.
So we got that going. So I picked that up from the FedEx.
You're going to take home the 2 G's. Dollar bills, y'all. Cash rules everything around me. Queen, get the money.
Let me get that schedule review, Brandon, so you can take a look at
Yeah.
schedule set.
Good. Get that schedule on order.
Public, I thought I had the schedule set to private, but or hidden because it was the schedule visibility said hidden, and then I started getting all these texts and messages while I'm at work saying, "Hey, is this schedule final?" And I'm like, what are you talking about, man? I loaded it in there. Apparently, even though it was hidden, it still showed up on the front page when you log into kickball.com. So much for that.
Well, Brent, I'm going to be like a hot pepper and get jalapeno business and look at your computer for this.
Okay. So we have 3 pools, basically. So we ended up with 13 teams that will be competing for the Walking Mid-Atlantic Trophy. And it was a little bit of a challenge. 13 teams, odd number, so I ended up settling with 3 pools of teams. And do you want to go through the methodology and everything behind it? Or
No.
Not really.
there were a lot of questions about how I
Right.
came up with the schedule, so I wanted to kind of.
There are a lot of crybabies out there too, so I guess you might as well make them happy.
No, I mean, not really crybabies. It was good questions, like how did we end up with this? So I am. So
You want one certain team to win the tournament, therefore you set the schedule, you set the pools, you set the food trucks, just so they'll win. You fix tournaments. There's
Very
the
happy.
methodology.
very happy to have Carnage Asada out there. Great Mexican American food. They'll be there, in the afternoon. So June, not the lead next week.
Nike Park, not named because of the shoes or the but the missiles, which are named after the Roman god, that used to be housed there during the Cold War. You can still see the old silos that have been concreted over.
Did they have swooshes on?
No,
Oh,
they did not. The apparel and footwear company was not in existence back then. Dumbass. Don't speak up ever again. But, see.
okay.
So our pools, in pool 1, from Virginia, SSM X-rated, which at first I thought was same-sex marriage X-rated, which got me excited. But it actually stands for Savage Shock Monsters X-rated. They're from DC. And then we got TKO, which is a team from Raleigh, North Carolina. A lot of them were with us last year. It was business as usual. Fun group. That'll be good.
Excited to have them back.
And then we have our own Breaking Brad, who you know as another name on Wednesday night, 5 for we just talked about. So that's a pretty good pool. Pool 2 was Chain Reaction, which is a combination of last year's champions, OSC, and a bunch of Pennsylvania kickballers that travel and play as lights out. So they're going to be a contender for that championship. We got Pitch Please, which is that's Manny Zapata's team. I get them mixed up
Two
because there's two pitch.
pitches be crazy.
Yeah, there's 2 pitch names. There's Pitch Please and then Pitches Be Crazy. I'm not a big fan of pitch names, just because I feel like it props up the patriarchy a little bit. But yeah, that's me. Just my progressive viewpoints.
You are very progressive in here.
So we got Pitch Please. That's Manny Zapata. That looks like it's going to be a pretty talented group. And
He's helping tear down the patriarchy by having his wife be better at kickball than him.
and then Pitches Be Crazy is also in the same pool. So both pitch teams obviously not really. I don't know how it just worked out that way. And then Kick-Ass, if they get some more ladies signed up, we'll also be in this pool. So, right now they got 8 dudes signed up, no females, which wouldn't be a big deal if it wasn't one day after the deadline.
We're all about the dudes. It's a boy dance party.
Killing. So those are 2 pools of 4, and then the final pool, Pool C, has 5 teams. The Situation, Shockwave, Rumspringer, Just the Tip, and the Shockers, who were Kill Team 6 previously. So that's obviously what people are calling a pool of death. Yeah, which I get. It is, but it's a tough pool. I mean, they're all pretty tough. When you look at it, you got to consider too that those teams in Pool B and Pool A and Pool B, they have a crossover game. So Panic Attack can play Chain Reaction. 2KO will play Kick-Ass. SSM will play Pitch Please. So they're cross pool matchups in there. That'll kind of even things out, but sure, yeah, Rumspringa and Justin Tip and the Shockers, they got, tough draw, because they're the only teams that can play two of those powerhouses, but kind of let you know how I did it. It wasn't, ranking teams 1 through 13 wasn't realistic because there's just no way to accurately do that when there's so many open teams. So I kind of just got an understanding of where they were at. And I had 4 elite teams. I pulled from those bids. I had 4 middle of the road teams. I pulled from those bids, and the rest were lower tier teams. I pulled from those bids. It was all random as far as what they draw, and then I just moved Shockers and Justin Tip into the same pool to make sure that they got their matchup. So that's that. But you know what? Everyone, Rumspringa guys, a little concerned about your draw. Just 2-2. That could get you out. The top 8 advance.
Are you gonna be checking air pressure of the balls?
I don't know.
You should.
Brent's gonna be the one letting air out for a certain as yet to be named team.
With 0 girls.
You know the one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They know the one. Everybody knows whose side you're on. Fixin' McFixerson here. Mr. In control.
The puppet pass. And a moppy volume dude.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing how you can plan out like 4 full play games, 3 elimination games, and still you can make wins who you want to win. Like at a certain point, I have to tip my hat to you.
It's pretty incredible. You joke, but like I used to really get this type of accusations back in the day.
Whoa.
Yeah, well, a lot of it was just because I was on the Emperor's Club and we won a lot of championships, and it was always like, well, they just, fix it, and Brent just fixes it. It's like, you're an idiot, but you actually think that because why are you still playing this league if you actually really believe that? Like that. Jared Hayes used to be all crazy.
Yeah.
Phil Nadolski.
Brandon, you got a pick?
Mm-hmm.
Well, oh, wow. Keep this thing going, then. Well, I see you've got 2 empties over there, so that should pretty much solve the problem.
That's true.
My toilet does function much better now.
But my laptop cord doesn't go down that far.
You know what I'm excited about, though, is the reffing for this tournament. It's got the deepest ref pool of any kickball tournament ever. I think this has the potential. I'm going to go out. I'm just going to predict the potential. I think it's going to be the best ref kickball tournament of all time until the next tournament I play. So, you guys are in for a great treat.
Marcus won't be in a lawn chair.
No. Barkus was not available this year.
That's unfortunate. Kim Merritt's rapping?
Maybe.
Oh.
He said Kim Merritt said he might be able to do play. So hopefully.
Talk about a great umpire.
Mm-hmm.
A great human being. But yeah.
Just look at that order with Bundy, Maxwell,
2 guys I don't know.
2 guys you don't know,
The Rock Sisters?
Brian Freed, John Wilkinson, Ian Floyd, Megan Nelson.
Maxlow.
Yeah.
I love the no shirt needed ones too. Like,
There you go.
I got this.
Yeah, so.
Ain't my first rodeo.
Some of them have shirts. They want more. I'm happy to give them that.
I get to see all the internet working too.
Oh, yeah.
All the budget.
Okay.
Damn, man, you're taking home a lot of cash.
Yeah, no, my pay is not in this spreadsheet. Don't even.
Holy shit! You don't know how much money Brent's making off this thing?
morning, bud.
Quit your job.
No, we only had 13 teams. We could have more teams, maybe I wouldn't make it to
Very fat sex.
Got to pay for the deposit factory.
We said that, and I was just reading another book about H.H. Holmes, which was an assumed name he used, often referred to as America's first serial killer. During the World's Fair, the Columbian Exposition, in Chicago in 1893, he built this huge mansion in the Inglewood neighborhood, and then he rented out rooms, and it's estimated. I mean, he admits to murdering 27 people. Like, he had these hidden closets, sealed off rooms that he would pump gas into, and just straight murder people, and then like a huge oven in his basement where he would cook them.
You would murder them with gas?
Yeah, or he'd also had gas in like the
Parts.
flame.
Just bust ass.
Talking about a guy who killed possibly 100 people, including people he called his friends. He had like 4 wives across the country. Like, this all happened during the World's Fair, which is an amazing story unto itself. If you're interested, it was a different book I was reading today, very short. But Devil in the White City.
This event will be comparable to that. How was this time? What were you talking about? You just want to talk about the serial killer.
When the Great Fire of Chicago in 1871 burned the city down.
You
It was
know,
kind of like when Lucky's shut down. But then the city rose from those ashes, and like this Mid-Atlantic tournament, they built the Great White City by Lake Michigan. That was all lit up at night. Interesting. They built the first Ferris wheel, named for the engineer Ferris, who designed it. It was built to outdo the Eiffel Tower.
What?
Actually, Brent, I'm not done yet. So if you'll stick with me here. And during this Mid-Atlantic tournament, you are the H.H. Holmes of the World's Fair. You're the serial killer slinking around the background, gassing chicks, and then marrying a bunch of women. And Brandon, don't leave. This is just getting good. Don't you get up. Don't you walk away from me.
what caused
Alright.
the Great Fire of 1871?
Right, there are a lot of competing theories as to what started that conflagration.
Well, I'll tell you, the mayor of Chicago, Long John Wentworth, wanted to clean that place up. He was tired of all these hookers in the red light district spreading all the crime, so he burned that motherfucker to the ground. That's the Wentworth way of leadership.
Fixing tournaments.
I did this when I visited Chicago about 5 years ago. I looked up somehow on Wikipedia. I got on Long John Wentworth's page.
Hey, Long John Wentworth is wait, that's
Yeah. Yeah, he was the old mayor of Chicago. He was a close personal friend of Abraham Lincoln himself, and he used to drink a handle of whiskey a day, is what the Wikipedia page said, and so I just kept when I was in
He's from
Chicago.
Sandwich, New Hampshire. Described as a
No, this-
mountain of a man.
No, there's a couple. Oh yeah, because he migrated. He was 6'6" tall.
Good golly.
Yeah,
Unquenchable thirst for wealth, power, alcohol. That sounds like you.
yeah, yeah. So when I was in Chicago, I'd say Long John Wentworth was here. He burned this mother to the ground. He looks kind of like me.
Not at all. Not in the least. He looks more like me than you.
Maybe we're related. So I like to think I'm related to him somehow. Not sure.
That's your last name.
Mhm. So
Interesting.
I couldn't get my buddies to go with me to the cemetery that he was buried at. I wanted to pay my respects.
Yeah, your thing was definitely better than my thing.
So then after, yes, we both teach you guys about history. After the tournament, we got our mid-season party, which is also the tournament postseason party at TAPS in PBR. So we got 6 kegs of Bud Light. Actually, I'm sorry, 6. I don't know if it's Bud Light. It's 6 kegs of beer. And we got other specials and food specials. I can't remember the specific details at the moment, but
Great at your job.
I got a lot going on right now. But yeah, I just need to do free beer there and specials, and there's gonna be live music. There's a Canopy Bowl. It's gonna be good times. It's gonna be good times. So if you signed up, thank you. If you didn't sign up, if you're planning to leave, thank you too, man. Let's come burn that motherfucker down.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the first time you made sense all night.
All right.
All right.
So a couple plugs before we go.
Besides the one in your hair.
You're on the top. You bald fuck. How are you gonna take a dig at my thick, luscious hair? There ain't no plugs here, man.
You got me there.
Those defensive ends are coming around that pocket, right? Quarterback stepping up. The plugs were dodgeball. You saw the big announcement by Corey Pochup. He is the new Walker customer service rep or community coordinator, as they call us, for that league. He's going to be playing at Coventry Elementary on Tuesday nights, starting in July. So it's pretty good. I knew a lot of people were in dodgeball a couple of years ago, but the company that was running the league kind of ran it into the ground a little bit. It wasn't around last winter. People miss it. We bring it back. We bring it back better. So that's going on. Sign up for that. Go to kickball.com. You know it's dodgeball. And then Stephanie, she is Stephanie's on it, is starting the volleyball league at Paradise Ocean Club on Thursday evening. So sign up for that at kickball.com as well. You know volleyball. And then, of course, VA Patriot Draft League, that registration is going on right now. So I don't even have to plug that. You all know about that.
Everyone enjoys signing up, enjoying playing, but I just want to let you all know this is my summer of championships. So it'll be nice to have you out there. I'm going to win every damn thing I enter. Starting this weekend.
The draft league, it's supposed to be at Lucky's. Is that going to be changed now?
No, we're just going to break in. We're just going to
I like
break
it.
in.
I like
and
it.
Still hold it there in the dark.
Sounds great.
Of course it is. Yeah, we're still looking for.
Cactus. I don't care if we all can't.
$2 burgers. $2 burgers.
Cactus.
Other than that,
I won't be there anyway, but it doesn't matter. But cactus.
The idea of breaking into an abandoned bar is actually really good.
Imagine it's like a music video or something so about Footloose. Like the door and no one's with a boombox.
You think it's like the end of June, so just over a month. Is that not for a bunch of spider webs to go? I guess.
Not too many.
Good ghost kickball.
How many vagrants will we find there that will sign up for kickball?
Team requirement, yeah.
Like, there's going to be a mad. You know how draft season is when someone new signs up. People will be throwing folks out of the way for those homeless dudes.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. We were talking about that actually a little bit this afternoon, chatting around. It's some of the burning truck favorite people. So, you know, the cool kids, Cobbett with those two.
We talked about it during payback last night.
Yeah, we talked about it. But we didn't do any work, man, because we're still in quarantine. Man, that is good. Those are luckies.
Daniel Bryan stepping down. Lucky shutting down. Bad things coming threes.
That's all we got to talk about, man. Action packed. The schedule's live now, and I'll still post some stuff about it later. And then, tomorrow night or so, I'll post the rosters for the Mid-Atlantic tournament. I know you guys are curious as to who's on this team. What are these matchups? I don't know.
It makes a huge difference whether we're gonna have a good time.
People are sitting there. It's more about the preparation. You know, they want to be mentally prepared. It's like, you know, this is- I get it.
They'll psych themselves out. I don't care who shows up on the other side. There are no gods of kickball. There's just me
Man.
winning every regional.
God damn, that was a good speech. I peaked.
Yeah, you really did. Finally, something we agree on again. All right, let's get out of here.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. See you all at the fields on Wednesday. And see you this weekend. Big show.
Well, it's a big, big show. Brent's already fixed it up just how he likes it. Home cooking at its finest. He is gonna make Panic Attack win.